Hi everyone. As requested, today I'll be explaining the novella The Liberation of Sita by Volga, also known as Popuri Lalitha Kumari. Volga is a noted feminist writer in Telugu. Originally written in Telugu, this book is translated to English by T. Vijay Kumar and C. Vijayashree. This book is revisioning of Ramayana. The story revolves around Ramayana, but it's told from a different perspective. The story is about Sita, who, after being abandoned by Rama, embarks on a journey of self realization. The story is about what if Sita had met and had a deep conversation with Shurpanaka, Ahalya, Renuka, and Urmila, who all, like her, have suffered a lot in their lives with or without their mistakes. There are five parts in this book, namely the reunion, music of the earth, the sandpot, the liberated, the shackled. I'll be giving a brief introduction of all the parts and will be explaining the liberated in detail, which was asked for. Let's now look into the first story of the book, The Reunion. In the first part, Sita meets Shurpanaka. As far as we know, Shurpanaka is Ravana's sister and the main reason for Sita's abduction. But here, the author has painted a different Shurpanaka. Rather than a demon, she has been portrayed as a worshipper of beauty and is a friendly and loving person who, having conquered her rage and revenge, has realized that beauty is more than just physical attribution. The second story of the book is Music of the Earth. In the second part, Sita meets Ahalya, and this part is a retelling of Ahalya's story. Ahalya is a victim of patriarchal norms of female chastity. Lord Indra is mesmerized by her beauty and comes in the form of her husband Sage Gautam and enjoys her, for which she is abandoned by her husband. In this retelling, when Ahalya meets Sita, she enlightens her about the complexities of female chastity, which Sita understands later once she is asked to face the trial by fire to prove her chastity. The third story is The Sandpot. In the third part, Sita meets Renuka. Renuka is the wife of sage Jamadagni and mother of Parshurama, who beheads his own mother obeying his father's orders after she commits adultery. She tells Sita in her meeting that how fidelity of married women is as fragile as a sandpot, how women are forced to obey norms and be a good wife and a mother. Sita realizes what Renuka meant when, towards the end, after abandoned by Rama, he gives her another opportunity to return to him, provided she declares her innocence once again. After a lot of thinking, she disagrees to do it and joins her mother, Mother Earth. The fourth story is The Liberated. This is an important part of the story, which we will be discussing in detail. In the fourth part, Sita meets Urmila. The Liberated is a story of Urmila, Lakshmana's wife, and Sita's sister. It's quite an interesting account of encounter between Sita and Urmila. The story starts when Sita returns to the royal household after 14 years of exile. When Sita enters the house, she is excited to meet Urmila, but Urmila is nowhere around. Sita expects her to be there looking forward to meet her husband Lakshmana and Sita herself, but she doesn't find her anywhere. Sita gets worried and asks everyone about her and gets to know that after Rama, Sita and Lakshmana left to the forest, she locked herself in a room and never came back. Hearing this, Sita gets worried and rushes to meet Urmila. She expects Urmila to loathe her after seeing and thinks maybe she would refuse to meet her, but in turn, Urmila herself receives Sita and is happy to see her. Worried Sita asks Urmila, isn't she angry with her? Urmila quite honestly says that initially she was angry with everyone because all were grieving for Rama and Sita, but no one ever thought about her, who was also left behind by her husband, who never bothered to tell her about his departure. But later, after all the crying and grieving, one day she began to study herself and her feelings, her emotions, and her relationships. She saw how love, hate, jealousy, and respect are but shades of same condition, that is, dependence on others. Urmila's search for happiness within herself gave her a new life, and lot of inner peace. Sita did listen to the whole story but couldn't comprehend all of it in one go. But many years later, one day when she gets to know Rama is performing Ashwamedha Yaga, she feels disturbed by the thought of how could Rama perform the yaga without a wife, or had he now taken another wife? At that moment, Urmila visits Sita's ashrama, and when Sita asks Urmila whether Rama has taken another wife, now Urmila tells her to remember all the things she had explained when Sita had returned to the royal house, and tells to liberate herself from Rama. Urmila also tells Sita to liberate herself from the world of emotional dependence. She advises her to detach herself from thoughts of Rama so that she can find herself back. In The Liberated, the main characters are Sita and Urmila. And there is two premises in the story too. The first one takes place in the royal house where Sita goes to meet Urmila, and the second one takes place in Ashrama where Urmila comes to meet Sita to make her realize that liberation from everything should be the main goal of life, and that's how she can find happiness and inner peace. The Shackled. This is the last story in the collection, which reads like an internal monologue of Rama. How he was captivated in the prison of protecting Arya Dharma from childhood, which left no space for his personal freedom. The only time he could be himself was those 14 years spent in forest with his wife Sita. He cherished those moments, and when talking to Lakshmana, he tells him that he is grateful to Mother Kaikai, who was the reason behind his exile, where he spent the best years of his life. He is a great king, no doubt, but the power of being noble king has made him powerless personally, who grieves over losing his Sita. Eventually, when Sita hands over her children to Rama as hire to his thorns, she liberates herself, but Rama remains shackled. Through these five stories, author Volga makes the readers to revisit the epic and revision it from a feminist point of view, giving women to view their life and experience it from a gynocentric perspective. Through this perspective, she clearly wants to convey that women are no longer the means to serve someone's ends, nor are they the prized possession of men. They have their own voice and should now be heard. So, this was a summary of the novella. Hope you have understood. Thanks for watching. Bye.